We are live. Good morning, everyone. Hello, Teresa. How are you?
I am fabulous and happy to be here with you today.
I'm happy to be here with you today. So, all right. So, everybody knows we go live with our sponsors to talk about topics that are helping you build your business. I am Nancy Quinn. My website is still my old name, nancyganzokoffer.com, but not for long. And I'm here with a fabulous web designer, Teresa Schluck from Caffeine Creative. So, Teresa, tell everyone what we're talking about today.
So, as I told you before, my sassy title for today's topic is You're Not a Netflix Star, so you need words on your homepage. And that's really what I want to talk about because this year I've had a lot of requests from clients who want that really big, fabulous hero image with just a button that says enter. And I understand, like, it feels exclusive and it feels high end and it feels exciting. But if you don't have marketing working really hard for you in another avenue that has people knowing your name, making you a household name, like, like a Joanna Gaines, a Studio McKee, a Nate Burgess, something like that. If you don't have that already behind you, you are hurting yourself if you do not put words on your homepage.
Okay, homepage. Let's clarify. Someone clicks, it comes up. What's on the screen? Big, beautiful, high quality photo with an enter here.
And that's
I
it.
hate that.
That is it. And most people do hate that. Here's the thing. When you are trying to bring people into your world, you're trying to connect your dream customers, you're trying to build your business, get known, be that known household name in your area. If people have to work really hard before they even know, and trust you, they're not going to. Clicking that button just to learn who you are is going to be more than they want to do, and they're going to leave your website quicker than anything because they're like, really, you can't just tell me what to do. Like, I don't have time to be clicking. I want to get to the point, and they want you to get to the point as well.
Yeah, you know how I like to give the analogy of it's like walking into a store, right? But
Yeah.
the website, you don't need that extra pull on the door to get in, right? You just want it to be there, instructing them as what you can do to help them. Don't put that extra button unless you have a huge social media following.
Huge. We're talking the millionth level. Like, you really have to have it. People need to be talking about you and searching you out naturally, organically, because they've heard your name somewhere. You need to be a big name. So that's the biggest thing. Now, one of the arguments I hear often from interior designers is, well, I want to just let my photos speak for themselves.
Oh my God.
Okay. You've spent a lot of time, money making that project perfect. You've spent time, money making that photo shoot fabulous. You've got gorgeous images for your portfolio, and you absolutely should display them and be proud of them. But words enough or pictures enough are not, or pictures alone are not enough. I'm stumbling over my own words today. You've got to have pictures that bring people in. Photos are really, really powerful, but they don't always clearly state what you do. They don't show your personality. They don't show who you are. And people need to know, and trust you for you to welcome you into their home.
So having words and not just photos is key, not only for the people visiting your site, but it's also really important for the Google monster, the
It's for
SEO
the
search
Google
engine.
monster. And so we are going to get to that for sure. But one other thing I hear, one of the other things is, well, people don't read websites anymore. And there is some truth to that, but really what it is people don't read boring, vague, confusing, rambling websites.
Yes.
When I go to a food blog, I look for the jump to the recipe button.
Me too.
Because I don't care that their kid found some broccoli and thought it was cute. I mean, like, cute for you if you know your kid, like, that's cool, but I want the broccoli recipe. I don't want to know about your farmer's market trip. So I don't want to read all of that. But here's what we're not remembering, and what we forget is that when that content is engaging and when it talks to them about what they are looking for, what they want, we do read. How you've been sucked into a website, you're like, oh, wait a minute. This is exactly what I think I'm looking for. I think this person knows me. They get it. This person gets it. And it's the words that convey that message when they're done really well, it's not going to be the pictures that convey that message.
Right. So the picture captures their attention, right?
Yeah.
If you equate your website to social media, because I just think a lot of people understand that, right?
Mhm.
Stopping the scroll, making you want to go deeper is what you're trying to do on social
What
media.
you're trying to do.
Same with your website.
Exactly the same with your website. Your website is a conversation starter with potential clients. And so images are not going to be enough of the conversation. They're powerful and you absolutely want them, but people can't fully read who you are, what you do, and how you're going to make their life better from an image. And back to your point, neither can Google. Google cannot read images. Google, Bing, Yahoo, doesn't matter which one you use. They're not going to come to your website because search bots are coming to see what your website is all about so it can decide how to rank you in search engines. They're not going to come and admire your color palette or say, wow, what a stunning dining room. Like Google doesn't do that. It doesn't care. It is wanting to know who you are, what you do, what you bring into the world, and words, actual text on the page, not text on an image, not captions,
We're
text
not even talking meta descriptions right now behind your images. We're just talking words that can be
on the
seen
page.
on the page.
Absolutely.
You need words.
On the page.
You need
So
words.
you've got to put words on there. Once you get to become a big name, because I know a lot of us dream about being that big name, when you get there, you can have that really sassy website that says enter here because people will feel invited in and exclusive, but they've already got a relationship with you through other avenues of marketing.
Yeah, I think the difference is I'm so excited to be here on her or his website. I'm just going to click enter and see everything. But if they're not coming to your site already excited for you,
Right.
then they don't know you. And you said a sentence earlier that I wish I wrote down, and I want you to go back and find it because I think it's a great tagline for you as a web designer. Your website is the beginning of the conversation with a potential client. So how do you start conversations as a communicator, body language trainer, an expert in this field, apparently? You want to always get them interested by giving them a vision of what you can do for them. It's all about them. It's not about you, even
All
for
about
your
them.
website.
Absolutely. And your website should. It's that conversation. It's a journey. Like you want to take potential clients on a journey. You want to welcome them in, like your boutique, just, analogy. You want to welcome them in. You want them to feel welcomed and invited. You want them to feel a little bit of excitement and anticipation of what they're going to find inside. And you want to introduce to them what you have to offer. Tell them a little bit about who you are as a personality, not just I went to design school. Nobody cares. Sorry, but they don't.
It's so
Really,
true, right?
tell them a little bit like, and I do full service kitchen design or whatever. Like tell them a little bit about who you are, what your design is, what your focus is. Show them your images, absolutely, with with your portfolio.
Yeah.
Share your blog, share a little bit about who you are and give them a snippet so that they can start to get to know you and make it feel like a journey or a conversation that makes them lean in and say, tell me more. And that is when they click the button.
Yes, everything you're saying, it's like, I just love that it's a conversation with a potential client. So think about how you would want a conversation to go, right? What can I do for you? Tell me about you, right?
Right.
And then let me tell you how I can help you, right? So doing that in a website, thankfully, there's people like you that can do that. Tell the story about what a designer can do for their client and simultaneously put images that attract, put words that represent properly, and really give an idea to the potential client who that designer is as a person and as a professional.
Yeah.
It's
Honestly,
a lot to do.
Yeah. Yeah. And honestly, words, website copy, and images go hand in hand. They create a beautiful marriage of something that is going to attract those incredible clients that are going to bring them in. They're going to make them want to get to you. Okay. And that's what you need to do is you've got to have both of them. Now, I do want to bring up one point because we talked about this a little bit before we hopped on about, at one point you used to say have the words above or across the hero image at the top. You need to have words there. And that's one thing I know that you look for as well.
Well, I look for at least a button or
Sounds good.
something. Like, because I mean, and again, you tell me I could be wrong and I'm okay with being wrong. But when I go to someone's website, I want to know where they're located, because I don't know if I've chosen a designer who's even in my area. And I want a quick button to say, fill this out so I can talk to you. I want to talk to you.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
and I
yeah.
feel some designers, it's just their websites. It's like, where do you find the contact form? How do I get in touch with them? And it's just, it's hard to navigate.
And it is. And so I will say this, having those images, if I have to scroll just a little bit to know where you're located and find that contact button, I think that's okay. People are used to scrolling and that just a little bit.
Yeah.
If I have to henpeck and search and look, and this is interestingly enough, but the psychology of a website, people don't always see that main navigation at the top. They don't always see the contact me button. No matter how much you make that thing stand out, people will miss it. So you need to have that in the website copy as well, a way for them to book now or get in touch or something. And this is where you want to have a little fun with your micro copy. You know, instead of just saying book a consultation, which might work, it might be your voice, maybe just say, let's have a conversation or book now, depending on your brand. I'm very laid back, coffee house conversational. So my website is as well. But you want that button to not just say click here. You want it to be inviting again.
Like, here I am.
Invite people in. You want to make them feel like confidently that they are hitting that button with confidence and doing the right thing by going in.
Yes.
So have a little bit of fun with it.
I think that's important, having a little fun with it. I come from the business world background, right? So I'm always so serious about all my copy, right? And when I loosen up and make my copy more fun, not only does it attract more people, because I am kind of a fun person, but I don't let it show. But in my business world, you don't let it show, right? So we're telling everyone, let your personality show.
Please.
In your website. It's important. I think we show personality in our images of ourselves, Leslie and I, you know, and what we do.
Absolutely.
The fun stuff. But as an interior designer, you don't have to be so serious all the time. Right?
No. And again, this is one of the arguments that I have with my clients is that, yes, I know you want to show up as a professional, but you can be fun, conversational, and professional at the same time. And you are asking people to invite you into their home, their most vulnerable place. They need to feel like they know who you are. And this very stiff, sterile business persona is not comfortable.
Right. And just one big image, enter here, is not enough to relay who you are as a person, who you are as a designer, who you are as a business owner. So your homepage needs more than just a photo and a button that says enter here.
Yeah. And ultimately you want your homepage to say, I can help you and I'm going to make it easy for you. And I want to take care of you. Like you want them to feel, okay, I'm in the right place.
Okay, so I think this should be a topic of another whole live. How do you make your website easy for your potential client? Because when you said that, I automatically had flashes of all the difficult things people have to do to jump through hoops in a lot of websites that I see.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It's too convoluted, it's too complicated, and they don't understand. Make it easy. Your process needs to be easy so that people enjoy it.
The simpler, the better, because you have 5 seconds. This is a study that was done, honestly, a long time ago, probably about 10 years ago. And so it may be less now, but you have 5 seconds or less to capture people's attention, to convey who you are, what you do, and how you can help them. 5 seconds. So if they have to click, 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 you're not going to get them. And more than 2 clicks to get where they need to be is often too much. Every time they have to click, you are giving them a moment to pause and second guess their decision and say, maybe I'll come back later. Every click, every scroll, every time you give them that moment to pause, you're giving them a moment to second guess their decision to reach out.
So if they're not sure what to do when they're looking, what do I do next? Where do I go? I just did a quick search on that. You have 3 to 5 seconds on a website before most visitors decide whether to stay or whether to bounce. First impression, 0 to 3 seconds. Users judge design, layout, and whether the page looks like what they want.
Yep.
0 to 3 seconds.
That's it.
Does this look like I expected? This doesn't feel right. Off.
And that 3
It says
seconds,
the next few seconds, 3 to 5, they scan headlines, images, and navigation for proof they're in the right place. And beyond 5 seconds, if you've hooked them, they stay. If not, they go.
they're gone.
5 seconds. That's 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi, 5 Mississippi. That's it. If your website doesn't tell them what they want, look the way they expect and make it easy for them to click a button and get to where they want to go, you will lose them.
Absolutely.
That's a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot to convey. And that's why strategy with your words, with your website copy is so key and so important. You
Yes.
can't just model off of what somebody else's do. You can strive to be a big name. Absolutely. I will cheer you on. I will send you champagne. I love that. But you've got to get there first. And they didn't start off being that big name. Nobody knew who Nate Berkus was 30 years ago or whatever. We didn't know.
Right. So don't try to be a Nate Berkus when you're not. And don't try to just duplicate their websites, these big designers, when you're not.
Yeah.
It's step by step until you get there, if you're looking to get there. But for now, make it easy for your clients to have an image, have words on your homepage, make their journey a conversation with you.
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So if they need help with their websites, which we know so many people do, tell them how to find you.
So you can find me at caffeinecreative.io. I have free consultations, 20-minute conversation is always free. So hop on my calendar and let's talk about what we can do to make your online presence even better.
I love it. Thank you, Teresa.
Thank you.
See you next time, everyone. Go have a great Wednesday.